Good day everybody, welcome to a new Chef Day video. I know you folks have been asking for this for a long time, so I apologise for the delay, but I thought with Halloween being today, I thought I'd do a very special Halloween edition of Chef Day. It's not going to be like a Disney inspired thing, but it's something that Steph showed me a recipe last year and we tried it out with our friends last year and it worked out such a treat that I wanted to show you folks this recipe. So as you see in the title, it is a pumpkin fondue. We actually found this recipe from an Aldi website that Steph showed last year and it was so good. I need to do a video on this. So if you click the link in the description, there's going to be a full recipe. I'm not going to show it on the screen and such. You can find it all on the website linked in the description below. It will have everything explained, what you're going to see here. And I'm going to show you exactly how we make a pumpkin fondue. So instead of using the pumpkins for just carving out, there's actually other things you can use for it. So yeah, let me show you how to make it. Righty folks, so we're going to make this pumpkin fondue. Hope you guys are ready. The first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to preheat the oven at 180 Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit. And of course, the next thing we need to do is pick a pumpkin. Now, pumpkins come in various shapes and sizes, different colors. So we're going to pick this bad boy. This one we actually got from Tully's. It's going to be a perfect size, nice and speckly, a little bit different than traditional pumpkins. If you want to check out our Tully's pumpkin farm video, I'll leave a link in the description below as well. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to carve out the pumpkin inside. So we're going to cut the top off using a sharp knife and placing it in a bowl. You're actually not going to need the lid. Take the lid off, put it to the side, scoop out all the seeds, and then what we're going to do is we're going to bake this entire thing in the oven. You're probably noticing as well that I've actually carved a bit more. So when I first cut it open, I just used a little hole, and then I've made it a bit bigger because obviously when you're having a fondue, you want as much open space as possible so you get as many sticks in there and get all the cheesy goodness. So once we've got all the seeds out of the pumpkin, we're basically going to put this in the oven and place it in there for around 35 to 40 minutes. So now we're going to make the actual cheese fondue itself. So we're going to get a pan and then we're going to get 30 grams of salted butter and place that in. And we're also going to get 1 clove of garlic. I've cut it into 4 pieces and I'm going to place it in the pan with the butter. Once the butter is all melted, we're going to add 30 grams of plain flour and then we're going to mix it. It's going to turn into like a paste, which is traditionally called a roux. Then once that is all combined, we're going to add 100 milliliters of white wine. We're going to add that to the pan and we're going to let everything come together so it will turn into like a stringy type of paste. Once that's all combined, we're then going to add 150 milliliters of double cream, heavy cream, whipping cream. You know, the only thing I wouldn't use is single cream, but double cream is just as good. Combine that all together and now we're going to add our cheeses. As the recipe states, we're going to have 2 cheeses. We're going to have extra mature cheddar cheese, 100 grams of that going in, and then we're also going to be adding 250 grams of Emmental cheese. I can only find it sliced in my supermarket, but if you can find it grated, it's just as perfect. But it doesn't really matter; it's all going to melt in anyway. Now, if you're not a fan of Emmental and you want to use something else, there are other cheeses you can use like mozzarella. You can just have it just plain cheddar cheese if you want. You know, customize it to your flavorings if you prefer other things. So once all the cheese is combined, I'm going to mix that all together and I'm going to add a pinch of black pepper. But eventually, after a while, the cheese is going to melt into this stringy, gooey amazingness that it is. And as you can see, it looks absolutely gorgeous. So once that is all done, I'm going to set that to the side and we're going to show you our pumpkin. So it's been about 35 to nearly 40 minutes and the pumpkin is roasting hot, just taken literally out of the oven. And as you can see, it's partially cooked, but it's not fully cooked. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to scrape some of the inside flesh off. So some of it's cooked, but not all of it's cooked. We still want to maintain like the pumpkin wool. So I'm just basically scraping with a spoon a little bit of the flesh, still thinking that I need a really good thick wool to hold the cheese fondue in. And I'm just going to leave that at the bottom of the actual pumpkin. So I've left all the pumpkin at the bottom. Now I'm going to pour in the cheese fondue into the actual pumpkin, and then that is basically it. This feeds up to 4 people. I think this could probably feed up to 6 people, if depending on the type of items you're going to be dipping in. But that is it basically. So you put that in the middle of the table, show it off to all your friends, and an amazing cheese fondue. And like you see, you can just see the bits of pumpkin that are in the cheese bit. It's absolutely amazing. so good. It's just such a nice way to use a pumpkin in a different light than just carving it out. So we serve ours with like a crusty bread. So we've got here sourdough. You can use ciabatta, baguettes, any type of crusty loaf, it doesn't really matter. And then we've also got some cured meats. So I've got prosciutto, salami. Again, it's up to you. You can use fruit like apples and pears. You can do grapes. You know, the world is your oyster. Vegetables, broccoli, whatever you like. So if you want to do that, go for it. And don't forget, of course, the most important thing, which is the wooden skewers or metal skewers if you want. Right there guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section if this is something that you've done before, if you're a big fan of cheese fondue, and let us know what you've got planned for this Halloween. I know it's not going to be like last year or the year before, it's going to be a little bit of a different year, but the most important thing is like with your family and having some good times, watching some Halloween films. Let us know what you got up to. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, hit the notification bell so you're notified when we do our future videos. We've got lots of things coming, of course. Our Not So Daily Vlogmases are coming back, which we're super excited for. And yeah, if you want to follow us on all our social medias, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. They'll be linked in the description below and also on the screen right now. But thank you very much for watching today's video, and I shall see you very soon. Bye.